The other day on Facebook, someone was looking for this upright on the quarter light window frame. Now, this is my passenger one, there's nothing wrong with this, but my driver's one is all rusty all around here, and I was lucky enough to get a replacement for this. So this video is going to be about me removing this, and I'm going to make a drawing of the actual upright for future reference. I'm Steve and welcome to my channel. So these are riveted in with brass rivets there, and I think the reason they did that is because they hadn't really developed pot rivets properly when they made these cars, although the brass rivets are flatter this end, whereas a pot rivet would stick up a bit. So I'm just going to drill it out with a 1/8 drill. I think that's about the right size. I think that could do with a little bit of a sharpening. Only brass, it should go through here quite easily. That's it. Alright, that's popped it out okay. Try this side. Oh, now I'm going to break the drill. Oh, there's the end of the rivet there. What's happened here? That it's just spinning the rivet. Oh, that's got it. The rivet was spinning. It's right at an angle. Oh dear. Reverse. Yeah, that one doesn't come out the same, is it? Actually, the hole in here is, yeah, it's much more. So actually, the hole in here is it's just over 532, so I'll try that. Open it out with a 532 drill. It's not cutting at all. Another blunt drill. Actually, when you sharpen a drill to drill through brass, you should have what they call a negative rake, which means you should put a little flat on the cutting edge of the drill, because with brass it tends to grab easily, as you just saw. It grabs it, but I'm not going to attempt to do that on a little drill. That really applies to larger drills, really. Now the rivet is just turning. That's got it. Right, I've still got the original. This is the one off of my car. Still got the original black paint. Oh, they painted that. That's got black paint on it. Ah, right. So that was painted before it was assembled. There you go, you learn something every day. So you might be wondering, what's the point of sanding the end of this off? Well, I can get away with sanding a little bit off because, you know, the holes are the same distance, and this bit is never seen anyway when it's assembled in the car. But the reason I'm doing this is because I want to put some paint or some ink on there and make an impression of that form. And I'm also going to make a drawing of that form, try to find out what radius this is, in case they ever want to be reproduced in the future. I've got a nice record of it, of what we need. It's going to be, if anyone attempted to remake these, it's going to have a hell of a job, because this comes over and it's all one bit of metal. I'll go on a bench, I can't get a really good photo of it here. So as you can see, this is all one piece of metal, and there's like a lip under here, lip there, and a lip there, and that's for the quarter window rubber to just sit in there. It's also glued in there as well. And there's a radius here and a radius on the outside, a radius on the inside, and that will have to be reproduced as well. So I don't know how Ford made that, but obviously it's possible to make it, but I wouldn't know where to start really. You need special forming tools and all sorts of things for that. So this is my first attempt to make an impression of this. So I don't know, this might have dried up a little bit, this marker. So then I just push it on. That's okay, that's not bad first attempt. It's actually a bit too much ink on there, actually. Well, the blue marker was putting too much ink on, but I found this one. Oh, not that end. This end's bigger. This seems to work better, so I'm going to actually use the imprint for the actual drawing. I'll put quite a bit of this on, and it seems to be okay. Right, put that like that. Yeah, that's, can we see that? Don't know if you can see that, but that looks okay. So now I'm going to make the drawing. .113. I reckon 570. Right. So all I've got to do now is find out what that radius is. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I have to think about that. So I tried a 13-inch radius. That was way too big. 12 was too big. I then tried 10. That was way too big. So now I've got my scriber set to 6-inch radius. So now I'm going to scribe here and then cut that one out. So what that's proven is I'm hopeless at estimating what radiuses are. So there's a radius on the inside of this and on the outside as well, both the same. So I started off with 14-inch radius, which was nowhere near. So it actually turned out to be a 3-inch radius. I try to get this on camera, but I don't think it will go. This is 3" and that is what it is. It is 3". Obviously they would go for a round figure, so that is definitely 3" radius on there. So if anyone wants to reproduce that in the future, that's what it is. So there's a difference. I just realised there's a difference between the distance of that hole from the end and that hole. So that hole is 150 from the end, and that is 225 from the end. So I didn't know which way round it goes. So there is a difference. So this is the driver's side from my car, and it turns out that the 225 is the top. So I'll set that to 225, and that's what it is. Yeah, so I'll set that to 150. Yeah, that's what that is. So that's all done. I've put it in here, wrapped it all up. I just got to go on a computer and print out a label, and off it goes to him. So that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.